Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from windy Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be boundaries, how the narcissist took advantage of them and how you should rebuild them. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So boundaries, when you were with the narcissist, your boundaries were pushed to every limit possible. I know because it happened to me. You see, before you met the narcissist, you were doing really well. Everything was going great. You were living for yourself, free, beautiful, loving, kind, empathetic, everything. And what you were doing is you were becoming independent, and everything was going really well for you. But you were missing something. You were missing a relationship. And this is where the narcissist came in. I'm talking the romantic setting, by the way. So the narcissist came in, and what they did is they began to love bomb you. We know deval, discard, all that, but what they did is they pushed your boundaries first and foremost. They tested you on every level of that relationship from the very beginning up until the end. They did test you because I was tested. They tested you in ways that you didn't even know you were being tested in the very beginning up until the end. You see, what they did is they continued to see how much you would take. It's gonna rain. They continued to see how much you would tolerate, how much you would put up with, and how far they could push you. This includes, like I mentioned in many of the videos, like triangulation, which is one of my least favorite things the narcissist does. I really cannot stand triangulation among many things, but that's one of my, I really don't, really. Having said that, the narcissist would do this. They did it to me in the very beginning. Before, I didn't even know what triangulation was, and it happened to me in my first, because I was thinking about this, in my first 3 weeks. And it happened up until the very ending of the relationship. Again, I didn't have the terms, I didn't understand. But they pushed your boundaries. They pushed your boundaries with finances also, claiming to not have money, when in fact they were storing money away the whole time. They were using your money, spending your money. They were pushing the boundaries of your respect and trust, of which they had little to no respect for you. And I know that again, because that's exactly how I experienced my relationship. The respect that was given to me was minimal at best. It started off great during the love bomb. After that, it went downhill rapidly. And I used to talk to the narcissist frequently, saying, like, do you not respect me? Like, what is this? I'm doing all these things for the family, and I would just get the silent treatment or word salad. It would never be addressed. And I should have known that, and I didn't. But my boundaries were being pushed the whole time, and yours were too. Maybe it was you giving, maybe it's a neighbor. Like I keep saying, maybe you're giving car rides to people and they just keep pushing your boundaries. Or maybe it's a business relationship. Like I mentioned, they're giving you more and more work because they're just dumping things on you because they know that you're going to get it done while they take the credit for it. It could be anything. It could be brother, sister. When you have to clean the house with your brother or sister, and let's say your brother or sister is a narcissist. Of course, you don't know it back then, but maybe you do all the work and then mom and dad come home and they take all the credit. See what I'm saying? The pushing boundaries is what people do, always, but no more so than in the narcissistic relationship. And if my 6-year marriage, believe me, my boundaries were pushed, and they're being pushed even as we talk, not by me, but the narcissist, I'm sure, is pushing boundaries with whomever they're with, because they need supply and they need punching bags. They need people to put up with their nonsense. But boundaries are something that when you go through the narcissistic relationship, you probably didn't have that high of boundaries, because I know I didn't. I was a kind, loving, beautiful person, empathetic, like I still am. But now I do have boundaries, which we'll get into later. Back then I really didn't, because I wanted to help everybody and be a good person, and that's the way I was brought up. And that was my natural state. After the relationship, I understand now that boundaries are meant to be not only built and maintained, but adhered to. You need to have boundaries for yourself. If you don't, then who will? That's your job to build and stay with your boundaries, because people are always going to try and push them, no matter what. It's just human nature. It's the way it goes. But the boundaries, when you were with the narcissist, they were pushed every time. Running errands, paying bills, picking up this, doing that. How about when you were gaslit? That was a boundary being crushed. How about when you were being isolated and being stonewalled? That's a boundary. You're being dehumanized. It's what you were doing, and devalued. All these things that happen, the cruel, manipulating ways the narcissist behaves, they were pushing your boundaries, and they were seeing how much you would put up with, and the more you put up with, the more they would take. And this is a cycle that did not stop until the relationship ended. It's just the way they work. They are going to take until they can't take any further, which means they either end the relationship or you can't take it any longer and you're broken and you move on. Or you're extremely fortunate and you tell yourself that you want to end it, and then you take the first step, and I hope that that's what you did. But the narcissist knows no boundaries. They never have, they never will. Not only behind closed doors, but in public they don't have boundaries. Because you see, they think they're better than everybody. The rules don't apply to them. There's no boundaries. They're entitled. And they believe that that's how the world should work, sincerely. Nothing could be further from the truth. The narcissist needs boundaries. And eventually they will get them, they'll find them. When their kids leave them, as the kids grow up and develop and understand that their parent was a narcissist or is one, and they want nothing to do with it, the shoe will turn, or whatever it's called, the shoe will drop, whatever that expression is. Things like that. Or maybe now, when maybe you ended the narcissistic relationship and you're saying to yourself, no, I'm worth so much more. I'm going to build my boundary, which is remove the narcissist from your life. Or let's say in my case, when I was discarded, I built myself up, grew, empowered, educated, and enlightened myself. And my boundary now is no contact and goodbye. And that's a beautiful boundary to have. You see, we learn from the narcissistic relationship that boundaries are necessary. It's not just something like, yeah, I should have boundaries. No, you need boundaries. You need them. You need to build them. You need to maintain them. And these boundaries need to benefit you exclusively. And you can bend them when you see fit, but you can't break them ever again. Because when you broke your boundaries, or when you were with the narcissist, you didn't probably have strong boundaries, and it did not end well. So guys, boundaries are something that it really is, it takes a little time to build and to develop, but once you get in the habit of maintaining these boundaries, you're going to be so much stronger, so much better off. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a lot more free time. Because let's take an example of, you giving someone a ride to the airport, like I say sometimes. Okay, well, maybe the airport's an hour away, and you volunteer to do it. Sorry, they ask you to do that, and you say yes. Well, that's going to cost you gas money, time, tolls, energy, effort. The whole time that you're doing that, that same hour there and hour back, which let's call it 2 hours, that could be used, that's 1/12 of a day. That time and energy and effort could be spent on you. You see, if you built your boundaries and you told them, no, I can't do that, please get an Uber or whatever, then you're empowering yourself and you have all the free time for you. So that's one example. And with the narcissistic relationship, the no contact, get them out of your life, that's a huge boundary. And that sends a clear message to the narcissist that you want nothing to do with them ever again. So that's a huge one. Before, because it's really raining now, another boundary would be your neighbor. Maybe they're always taking advantage of you in some capacity. Can I borrow supplies, a rake or a shovel, whatever? Yeah, you can borrow it. Just return it, please, when I ask you to. And then, you know what? Next time it snows, how about buying your own shovel? I did it. You can too. You see, building boundaries empowers yourself, and it also sends a message to the person that is trying to put your boundaries that they're self-sufficient and they can do things, and to stop being lazy and start doing things on their own. So guys, it's really raining now. I love you from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. I'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Namaste. I love you. Maintain your boundaries. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. I love you. Bye.